What are Burrunjors? 65 million years ago, the reign of the dinosaurs ended, making way for humans. Despite this, all over the world, the reptilian behemoths of old are still being seen. From the stories of the Aboriginals up until 1985, T-Rex-like creatures known as Burrunjors have been sighted in the land down under. Described as a saurian-type bipedal creature, about 25 feet in length, carnivorous, and covered in feathers. They're known to be responsible for extreme cattle mutilations and eating livestock. The population density of the Australian outback is extremely low, which would allow even a terrible lizard king to live undetected. Encounters with the modern monster are rare, but go back to the oral traditions of the natives. In 1978, explorer Brian Clark went missing for 3 days in the Burrunjor area. During this time, 2 native trackers and a police officer on horseback set out to find him. Then, while they were camping out one night, the officer awoke to the 2 Aboriginals hurriedly gathering their things and the ground shaking from footsteps that were approaching. As he heard a loud grunting noise, the trio of trackers booked it. The police department later told Clark if he were to get lost there again, he's on his own. What makes these stories more credible is the mention of them having feathers. Up until, I think, 2011, dinosaurs were pretty much always thought to be covered in scales. For the witnesses to be lying, they would have to be decades ahead of leading paleontologists. Besides sightings, the other proof of these creatures are cast footprints like those found with the Sasquatch. Now, dinosaur cryptids leave less room for interpretation than beasts like the Jersey Devil or Bigfoot, but I still have a few explanations. The first being that they managed to survive the mass extinction. Like the Mokele Mbembe of Africa, vast uninhabited areas would be the perfect location for a modern dinosaur to call home. The second theory I've heard being thrown around is that the creatures are somehow time travelers. Well, time travel to the future is theoretically possible, whether they're being randomly sent ahead or someone else is pulling the strings. It's anyone's guess. This theory has no real evidence either way. The final explanation I've found is that they are some form of ghost. Now, I don't think any of my viewers will be surprised to learn that I believe in the paranormal, but given the footprints and physical destruction they have left behind, it seems they are more likely a physical creature than anything supernatural.